I hated it.
Welcome, guys. Oh, someone else just joined.
Oh, it's Robert. Nice.
All right.
So
Now it's a party.
now it's a party.
Yeah.
Oh, now more people.
Oh,
Well,
Spade.
we got a whole crew.
hello.
Yo.
Three's company.
Whoa.
Four is a party. 5 is
An orgy.
okay.
5 is a crowd.
I had
we
one
could go with crowd.
I had one.
Yeah.
The technology.
4 is a party. 5 is.
I said keep it in good taste. How long? We didn't go a full minute.
Yeah.
The technology.
Nice work, Oak.
Yeah.
I said keep it in good taste. How long? We didn't go a full minute.
Somebody needs to wear some headphones too. We're getting some.
Yeah, the video started playing on YouTube for me.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This ain't Discord, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, I could have said worse. Okay.
Please
I'm sure
don't.
you could have. I'm very sure you could have.
All right, so welcome to a now traditional, I guess, live stream following, a major anticipated, I think, release. This was, I don't know if you can call this anticipated because people
Didn't we just tease it like last month?
people were asking for this for years since the last one came out, but then like I kept saying, yeah, it's not going to happen anytime soon, and then one day I was like, you know what, I'll make it like right now. So it depends on how you define anticipated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 4 other good people for this party.
I mean, you have 3 other people, and then there's me. So.
Yeah, Oak's not a real person.
Yeah.
It's just the friends we made along the way.
Jack, I have to ask, Jack, what made you want to explore Sparker's romantic relationships with this film? Why did you take it in that direction? What motivated that?
Well, first, it's kind of something that I've wanted to do for, it's something that I've like always wanted to do with this character. I just didn't know any girls. It's kind of, the series has kind of always, I don't know, I've always felt very connected to it in like how I was like my attitude like towards my social life, I guess. And I'm not to say that this is a direct allegory, at least not anymore. I haven't strangled anyone or anything, but like, I don't know, just the fact that just having been in some romantic relationships now at this point in my life, that definitely played a role, I think.
Right on.
Yeah, no, that's I want to talk about. I want to talk about life. I want to talk to you guys about whatever you want. This is
cool. Yeah, I think that is interesting because a lot of time in a Star Wars thing, you see the battles, you see the strategies, but what you don't see is the guy who leaves his life with maybe a girl he loves and he goes and he fights in this war and he gets caught up in it, and then when he comes back, everything's changed, everything's moved on without him. And I think going back and exploring that instead of just the pew pew, this is a battle, I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
thank you. I'm glad you guys like it.
Yeah.
Oak has some thoughts on this installment.
I mean, even the first Battle of Hogwarts was more ambitious than this one. Not just kidding, but yeah.
Jesus.
No. This was the joke I told you
prisoners
before.
With this.
This was the joke I told you before. But yeah, it was, as you would say, it was interesting. It just visually it didn't strike me as like a Star Wars brick film. I mean, I've seen again. I know I shouldn't compare to your other work because like this is something entirely different, and like at the end of the day, the purpose of this video was just to tell a story and like send some kind of, I guess, just give the vibe that this is like a romantic story, and that's like the main thing that you're going to focus on, and like it doesn't really matter the costumes or the set pieces on which like you base it on, but it just I like, yeah, to me my main gripes were really with the sets, because I've seen you use sets before, and like I've like the stuff you did with Kashyyyk was brilliant. I've seen you work with visuals, I've seen you work with set pieces, and this is like nothing I've seen you done before. And again, meaning no offense, this is really my objective, like subjective, but like you know what I mean.
I was gonna say, when you brought up the objective thing, I was like, all right, let's not get carried away here with the.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's subjective, but like in the kindest way. Again, not with the intention to offend.
Yeah, you're not offending me.
I've seen like this. This to me was pretty inferior to what I know you can do.
Okay.
I know, because I know you can do, like, you can do shit. Sorry, pardon my French. I know you can, I know what you can do.
Yeah,
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, what I would say to that is that this was, this was a smaller, more.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely a much smaller scaled, more intimate type of film, and I didn't think that. I mean, I could spend a couple extra weeks to like show Camino in all its glory, but like, what would that add to this story? Was kind of my thought process. I thought I might as well save that time and energy for maybe another Sparker project down the line, where the spectacle is like more part of that narrative.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah, it is fair. Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's my own personal opinion, and for this particular video. And then again, I mean, I have been pretty brutal with my opinions on past
Honestly,
videos.
You've toned it down like a significant amount for this stream. It was like a lot more brutal before, and I'm hoping we can get some of that brutality back for the
like what did I say?
Reality TV type drama.
What do you want me to say? That it felt cheap? Is that what you want me to say?
I'm just.
It felt cheap.
I'm teasing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but
why did Sparker hide behind the barrels at the end of the film? Like, I get like what it means. It kind of relates to the opening image of the story, which is cool, and I like that. But why does he do it at the end? You know, like why does he hide behind those barrels?
That's a good question. It's because I guess the best way I would explain it is, at the beginning he was hiding because he felt he was being abused by Fang, a character that we've seen in the other series, and that made him feel small and worthless. And now at the end, he has become an abuser, and that makes him feel small and worthless once he realizes what he's done. So he feels like trash. Basically. That's why I chose a trash barrel specifically. He feels like garbage.
That's cool.
Wow.
And something that I've noticed, and I'm not saying that anyone's in the wrong for doing this, but there's been a couple of comments where people are just like, "Oh, poor Sparker. I feel bad for him." And like, I mean, what happened to him sucks. Like, that's for sure. But like, he really messed up here, and I don't want people to take away the wrong message from this. That like, Sparker strangled someone, but he's Sparker, so it's okay. That's not what I was trying to say with this, and I don't think that that's what you should be taking away from this.
Did that guy die? The guy in the bowler hat and the suit?
No, he did
No.
not
Okay.
die.
Okay.
From a punch in the face?
What?
He didn't. I mean, to die from a punch in the face.
Well, he got punched in the face, but he was being strangled. But he didn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Oh, he was okay.
I probably should have made that more clear looking back, but like, I plan to. There's been comments asking like, are there going to be more Sparker episodes? I'm working on another one already, and that plot point is going to be pretty big going forward. So like, it'll be made clear in the universe that he's definitely alive.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say something, but I lost my train of thought.
I'm sure you'll have more comments at some point.
Oh, definitely. No.
What do you think, Jack? What do you think Sparker's biggest mistake is within the runtime of this film?
Oh, I mean, the easy answer to that is that, not walking away from that conflict. He's acting in anger. He wants revenge. He feels
Right.
that he's been wronged by this other man for swooping in and stealing his woman. Or that's how he sees it. And that is terrible. That's like the culmination of the mistakes, but it's kind of a lot of little things, a lot of little mistakes that kind of lead up to that point. Like Parker just kind of going into the bar and just like expecting her to love him again is just pretty terrible.
That comment.
Yeah.
I just saw a comment in the chat. Will this result in Sparker joining the First Order? Dude, we're so far away from the First Order.
Yeah, I saw a comment from you that I meant to respond to, but I got sidetracked. I was planning on responding to it. He was asking if this would like overlap with the New Republic era. Just so we're clear, we're in I have a whole calendar up here.
This is before the events of A New Hope.
Right. So we're 8 years before the event of A New Hope in this film.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, at least by the end, we're 22 years in the first scene, 19 in the second scene, and 8 at the end. And fans of Star Wars would probably, like hardcore fans, will probably recognize the significance of those dates, meaning that 22 was the beginning of the Clone Wars, and 19 was Order 66. So, like, in case it wasn't clear in the movie, that second scene where Sparker and Tenalix are making out, and then they talk about their feelings, that scene takes place like a day before Battle on Kashyyyk. That was like the intention. He's like going off to fight. We got some interesting. I should probably. I'll read through the comments real quick because there's
Cool.
a lot. The SK says, "My time has come. I have so many questions. If you haven't already, please ask all the questions you want." We're here. Fighting in the stream came up. I was just rewatching everything last night. Awesome. I appreciate it. Will there be any other parts to Sparker's story? Yes. There's at least like 2 more coming, I think.
We just talked about it earlier today when the video got released.
Yes. Although I had an idea that I was telling Oak about at the time, that what I wanted the next one to be, and then I completely changed my mind in like the time since we've talked and like the time now. So that idea is, there's like some elements that are gonna be retained, but like it's kind of out the window.
It was like 5 hours ago.
User called Swaggy Bro Bryson has left a bunch of comments that I just unintelligible. Sorry.
That doesn't compute.
I have no idea what any of this means. Student Bro says, hey. Why didn't the Emperor get resurrected again? It's a dumb question, Scott, because he's still alive. Palpatine can only come back to life once he's been dead, but he's not dead yet.
Mm.
There are no dumb questions. How dare you?
It's cool. That's the voice of Sparker I'm talking to. I can.
You're awful, Jack.
No, Scott is a brilliant individual who has contributed a lot to this channel.
Sharing your video, inviting us to the stream. You just wanted us to make fun of you.
How about another joke, Alam?
No, I think we're done with jokes here.
I'm not familiar with the Sparker character. Is he from the actual Star Wars lore? Is he from a previous book you've made?
There's it's kind of confusing. What I kind of marketed as the Sparker trilogy. It's no longer a trilogy. From 2014 to 2018, there were these 3 half-hour Star Wars brick films I made, and this was the main character, Sparker.
I see. That's pretty neat. So you have like some sort of extended universe going through your channel. This is like a prequel.
It's like this is like the start of like a new trilogy. I don't know if I'm going to get this far, but like I've always not always, because originally it was devised as a standalone, but I had the desire to do like a trilogy of trilogies, like the real Skywalker saga. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but like I have ideas for them.
Yeah, if you got something that works, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I definitely have like concepts mapped out for the rest of this trilogy, and they'll all be like shorter than a half hour. They'll probably be of comparable length, so it's like more feasible. It won't take me like 4 years to make 3 brick films. And yeah, Airwolf, that was nothing. That was a totally valid question. Yeah, that's timeline is confusing, but yes, he did not really age when he was frozen in the carbonite. I don't know how getting frozen in carbonite really works, but the way I think about it, he like hasn't aged in like the 10 years. So he theoretically could live, I think, until like First Order era, but we're not quite there in the timeline yet. What inspired you to do this series, and why resurrect the series?
Who said that it was dead?
I'm trying to think. There's definitely a lot I could go into for privacy reasons. There's not a ton that I can say, but I think what I will say is that it was, I guess in the first movie, Sparker kind of he sees himself as a nobody, and then he ends up doing something really awesome in his mind, but there's also great consequence, and that's kind of just like that's kind of how I viewed like social interaction at the time, and I don't see that anymore. Is it like, you can do all these awesome things, but like there could be consequences, like, because I just keep in mind like how someone who was in 8th grade at the time, and then just entering high school, like you hear about all this cool edgy stuff that high schoolers do, and part of you kind of aspires to be that, but at the same time there's risk involved, and that was kind of me wrestling with some of that. And what inspired me to resurrect the series is that not that this is particularly relevant to this film, but almost a year ago, I was like probably late May of last year, I had a really bad day, and I just making Sparker videos like had gotten me through like it had like helped me to make sense of things in my own life, and I was like, I think it's time to like, just like, it's like a new. The reason why I kind of stopped where I was is because like I feel like I kind of finished that arc, but like I learned so much about life. I think I'd like grown so much that like there was more story to tell. So I started working on another script like a year ago, and it's kind of been dropped and rewritten a bunch of times, and it's like very different now what it was originally supposed to be. But the character of Tenelix and going into a bar and expecting love and then not seeing it, that element was always there. But
Oh wow.
but yeah, I hope that answered your question. It was super vague and rambly, but
What inspired the use of the exterior of Hagrid's hut for Camino?
what is it with you? Well, you keep getting hung up on the Hagrid hut part.
It's because Oak really wants that set.
I mean, it's not wrong, but it's not really related. It's just that Camino, dude.
In my head, Tenelix was kind of living in some kind of settlement that, like, maybe her parents were like working for the Republic or something, and that's why I just picture like a very diverse community of different species, kind of living in this one area of Camino, and that was never really explored in the movie, but like that's kind of my basis, and that's kind of alluded to. So why Hagrid's hut is there? It's just like a little shack, like whatever they can afford to, whatever they can afford to build.
And like, how far is it from the cloning facility?
I imagine not very far because Sparker could like sneak over there, but like, I don't know. People commute long distances for romance. Like that happens. So it could be on the other side of the planet. Who knows?
Because clearly there are plants there.
They didn't want to damage their Hagrid's hut and lose the pieces.
I was hoping to see how you get away with this one.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like you can, maybe it's like, okay, actually, why there's like the reason why there's that leaf that's like very clearly shown is just because I needed to like prop the Sparker helmet up on something and have it look like natural. So that's why I put that there.
What?
Instead of like a stud, it looked more interesting.
Okay. Okay.
So Jack, towards the end of the film, they're outside. Sparker's punching that guy who stole his girl, and there's like these multicolored lights flashing. Like what was that? Is there like is that supposed to be like a neon sign off screen or something? What were you going for there?
Like I just imagine like a very flashy kind of it was like in the script, and this wasn't really original. There was supposed to be there was another sequence in the cantina place that was just cut pretty close to release. There was like supposed to be more that happened in there.
Right.
It was supposed to be like a nightclub. So that was like kind of the aesthetic that I was going for with I figured that I should work that into like setting, just because like I remember I don't know if this is going to make sense when I explain it, but like,
please do.
A lot of what these Sparker films, where they've a lot of where they've come from, I've thought a lot about. I like really like mapped out the characters and these stories in my mind. A lot of that happened, weirdly enough, at like parties and school dances and things where there's like lots of flashing lights. So like I weirdly associate that kind of environment with this character, even though that might not make sense from like a narrative perspective. That's like, it's just like a little aesthetic choice that I really wanted to implement into the story at some point.
Nice.
So
Good question.
So that scene was actually an attempted murder. The outside the Kajimi bar thing.
Yes, but like Sparker, he how do I put this? He like wasn't. He's not in his right mind, and that doesn't explain anything. But he's just like so overcome by anger that like he wasn't thinking about what he was doing. But he was probably going. If Tanalex didn't intervene, he probably would have strangled him.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of. I don't know if anyone has any ideas or if this is a good idea to be talking about this on stream, but like without spoiling how, because I started writing the next one like before we started the stream, and we need to address that guy by name, and I don't know what I should name him. In the script he was called Bouncer, like because I didn't need a name for him. His name was never mentioned. So but like we need a name for him.
I mean, Adam Driver was clearly choking Cornelius Fudge in that scene. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, let's come up with a name right now.
Yeah. Does anyone have any ideas?
Fudge. No, but names. There's someone here. Airwolf. He says his surname is Barker. That could be a.
Yeah. I've like been glancing at your story. Do you mind if I like read that on the stream? Because I think it's really interesting, but like I don't know if you want me like to. I don't know if you want that like embedded into the video itself, you know. So I figured I'd just ask.
And also, there was another like interesting comment from SK. He says, it'd be interesting to see a prequel to see how Blade saw the war being played by both sides in a different battle before he met Sparker. Yeah,
that's something I thought of. And originally, what the plan was, when I was like after I finished Return, and I was thinking about how I would do a series going forward, is that I would kind of have it mirror the Skywalker saga, where we just have like a prequel trilogy, and then like a sequel trilogy of like just two other stories that these three story arcs that kind of overlap a little bit. But I don't know if I would do that, just because I feel like, as cool as Blade is, like I feel like Sparker is what makes the series special to me, and like I don't know if I would have if I would be able to like commit that time and energy into something that I wasn't as like a character I wasn't as enthusiastic about. That makes sense. But like it could come up at some point. There could be more flashbacks.
So without giving too much away, where do you see this going, in the next one?
Yeah, I definitely see, just because normally I wouldn't talk about like a script that like I just started writing like today, because like I just got this idea and I was like, this is perfect. I need to like work with this.
Nice.
But like in the next one, Sparker is just gonna be like really depressed, and that's like it's just like a depression movie. There's no, I don't see without giving anything away, there's a very visual way that Sparker's going to be like battling his demons that he's feeling. And actually, I can probably say this, that like we're probably going to bring back Bail Organa if Ramsey wants to voice him again.
Oh, I'd love it, man.
Yeah. Cool. And there's definitely going to be lots of some interesting character appearances there. That's all I can say. But like,
nice.
you could see some there'll be some cool appearances that are more than fan service. And then after that, there's without again saying what the plot is, there's another one where I wanna bring back Sib Dophine, but I haven't been in touch. I have to see if the actor wants to play him. I could recast the part, but it'd be nice if we're bringing back that character. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'd love, if we're bringing him back, I'd love it to be with the same actor, ideally. And then after that, hopefully, I'd like to do like maybe a couple years down the line, maybe like one more story arc, but we'll see.
Back to the name for the bouncer. I thought of like Lacquer, maybe.
Lacquer.
Maybe a last name. Yeah, that sounds like a last name to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he lacks the quality of the Sparker. But
That actually sounds like a bartender's name because it sounds like liquor.
Right.
Lacquer.
Yeah.
Liqueur.
And something that like I want to get across is that this Alex's fiance, who may or may not be named Lacquer.
I mean, there are better names out there. There's this guy who just proposed Keller.
Keller. Ooh, yeah, that's cool too.
Yeah. Lord Starscream 100.
Well, so what role does he play? I think if you consider what his purpose is in the story, it'll be a little easier to come up with a Star Warsy name that kind of represents what the character is.
Just to be clear, he doesn't. The premise for the next one is again without and like the way that this character plays into it is that somebody like I don't know exactly how technology in Star Wars works all the time, but like somebody did like a holo recording of like the assault, so like that was caught on video, and that video gets seen by like everyone, and then like the rebellion doesn't want anything to do with him anymore, and like just like nobody wants to be involved with him.
Oh, he gets canceled.
Right, he gets canceled. It's about cancel culture essentially.
Wow.
And so like at the beginning, there's like what I had in mind is there's like a voiceover where Bail Organa is like talking about the video and how he's like cutting ties with Sparker, but I feel like I just felt like it made sense to like reference Sparker's assault on blank. It made sense to reference him by name, but like I don't really see that character coming back.
Yeah.
What, the bouncer, you mean?
Yeah, like he's not gonna be like chasing after Sparker or anything. Like he's not gonna like come back as a character, but like he's gonna be referenced going forward because that's like a pretty big deal for getting canceled. Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. I read Airwolf's story because it's pretty cool.
Okay.
Sorry, I got to go back up. Like so sorry, I totally forgot. Well, I didn't forget, but like I got sidetracked. Okay. So you said okay. I'll try to keep this quick, but I love this story, and it kind of hits close. It kind of hits to home, and here's why. My surname is Barker, rhymes with Sparker. I named myself 276 because of my cadet squadron. I've just joined the Army Air Corps, and most likely have to go to Afghanistan very soon. Fortunately, I don't have a girlfriend, but I do have a love interest. Fortunately, I'm not interested in her anymore. I'm also getting enrolled with a Sergeant York, like Sparker has Blade.
York is also a good name.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's like so awesome that you're gonna serve our country like that. Or
thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you for your
Thank you, man.
At least I'm assuming. I don't know. I kind of just assume that you're American. I hope
It's a good point. Yeah, we don't know.
I thank you for your service regardless, but like you're serving a country. It might not be my country.
Unless your country's fighting our country, then stop serving.
Yeah, for all I know, you're from Afghanistan, but
oh, he's actually from England. I'm sorry.
From where?
He's from England. I'm so sorry. I'm still thankful for your service. I just it's just like habit to say, you know, thank you for serving our country.
Yeah, it's
like,
polite.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great.
No worries.
All the power to you.
What was your? Oh, you want to continue asking or answering
I just
questions?
wanted to just address. I'm confused by Toon Bro's comment. Make his name Blade, named after his friend in the Kashyyyk trilogy. We're talking about the guy that Sparker beat up in the new one. So I don't know exactly how that would fit, but
What if it was Blade all along? No, just kidding. Or maybe no.
I mean, by the way he's dressed, it seems like his name should be like Augustus Grip, or like something like that,
Cornelius Fudge.
Okay. We're definitely going to make Augustus his first name. That's canon.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, Augustus. What was it? Lacquer.
Yeah.
Augustus Lacquer.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. Augustus
Sure.
Lacquer. I'll write it down.
Augustus Lacquer.
Yeah.
And so it was canon,
And so it was canon. You watched Star Wars history getting made.
bro.
This is how things get written.
Ramsey, Augustus Grip. Where did that come from?
I don't know. They just looked like an Augustus Grip.
Can someone who's like more talented at like musical composition
It could be called.
make like a Willy Wonka parody?
It could be called
Like-
Augustus Lacquer Grip.
Oh yeah,
Augustus
true.
Lacquer.
Augustus Gloop.
Yeah, exactly.
He could be called Augustus Lacquer Grip because he
Augustus
liked
Lacquer Grip.
because he liked his grip in the fight. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just making up stuff. But anyway,
There you go.
Sorry, Action Brick. What were you? Oh, he's muted.
Oh, okay. So I was going to ask, what was your thought process behind the design of the bar? Was that? Yeah, go ahead. What?
It was sort of, yeah, that's a good question. It was sort of a cross between, and there was always a kind of, even though like I keep calling it noir, I recognize that it doesn't like there's like a bunch of like it's pretty essential elements to film noir that like aren't present in this film, but like there's definitely like a seedy, kind of 40s noirish like aesthetic that was like kind of kept in the back of the mind. So it's kind of a cross between that noir element and then like a shady Star Wars cantina. It's like a little of both. I mean, the design is quite literally just like the Hobbit escaping the barrel set. It's like literally just that set, but I chose that set with that thought in mind.
I see. Yeah, I also noticed because like there's this giant red glow that goes over everything, but you also have this lime green container that's on the table, and like the eye is sort of drawn to that. Was that a particular decision, or was that accidental?
Because
it really
lots of colors. Like I think the red ended up there was a red, a blue, and a green like light kind of coming from like different directions, and I feel like the red kind of ended up eating everything else up.
Yeah.
So a little bit that wasn't intentional. I was like futzing around with it, and I couldn't get it. Oh wait, how long has Spade just been sitting here? I'll add you to the stream.
Spade.
Yo.
Sorry. You could have said.
No, I'm doing Kenobi right now. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
But yeah, I agree. Like, if everything's red, then like nothing's red. So I think like having that contrast really makes the red stand out a little bit more. So
that's deep.
Yeah. Yes.
I see a really interesting comment. I'm scrolling back now. There've been a ton, and I'm so happy that there's all these comments, but like I keep losing track of them. Keep comments coming if you can. I'm not really sure there is a happy ending for Sparker. He's lost friends, his mentor, his home, and now his former love interest. He's essentially got nothing left to live for anymore.
Don't forget that he's lost an arm to Vader.
And he also lost an arm to Darth Vader.
Wow.
And originally, and I can pretty safely say this now because it's never going to happen. But like in my original like roadmap for the series, when there was always a plan to introduce like Tenelix, she was like kind of always going to show up eventually. And in the end, I had this like vision of like in whatever like the last Sparker video was, there was going to be like an epilogue of like him and Tenelix like on the beach of Kashyyyk, like they built a home there together or something. They got a kid and they're like watch a sunset or something, and they get like a happy ending. But that's not going to happen because Tenelix is never going to forgive Sparker, and I think I can say that pretty safely that she will never forgive him for what he did, because that's more complicated and more realistic, I think. That's not to say, though, that I do think that Sparker has the potential to find peace. I don't know exactly where the story is going, but like I do think that he will. There's stuff out there for him to live for. Will he find it? Is the question. Just looking at your Augustus Lacker comment that you sent to our group chat.
Oh, nice! You got a super chat from Spade.
Oh, thank you so much, Spade.
Nice.
Anytime.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, nice.
I think somebody asked. I saw really the question somewhere. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw somebody ask, like, what's your favorite in the series? My favorite, I was on my channel right now. I have like a ranking of my top 10 favorite videos, and right now I have Return to Kashyyyk above this one, but I'm thinking I might switch that because, like, now that I've seen that the movie is actually like totally done, I think I don't know. Something about this just feels really. I really like this one, and I think that I finally found like the mature balance that I was looking for personally, which is not what everybody was looking for with this series. But
Oh, another name suggestion: Swiper.
Swiper, no swiping. Swiper, no swiping. No swiping.
Swiper. From like 22 Jump Street.
From Dora the Explorer.
No, yeah.
Lego Road is split on how to feel about this one. You're not alone, buddy. I was like, sometimes when I was like making this, I was like, it like almost hurt to like undo the happy ending that Sparker got in the last one a little bit, but like, I don't know. I don't know if I believe in happy endings. I feel like there's just life. And
Fair enough. What?
For the money. Sell out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another
Wow.
super chat from
Actually,
from Robert.
thank you so much. That's amazing.
Yeah, no problem, man. Keep making artful brick films.
Sell out.
We need more stuff like this.
Yeah.
Not just superhero, crap.
Sell out.
Of course. Hey, Robert, did you tell Ramsey what we were discussing when he left? I don't think you mentioned it to him. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to talk about it right now?
Oh no!
Is it appropriate
We'll
for
do
the
it later.
stream?
No. Oh yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
It's not inappropriate. It's just
okay.
we thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, yeah.
We don't have to talk exclusively about Sparker. We can just like have a conversation with the audience. But like,
Yeah. Well, when we get a chance, when we have nothing to talk about, I guess we'll tell you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Lego Rowan makes a really important point. He likes the whole rebellion aspect. That in the last one,
Yeah.
we kind of teased that Sparker was going to join the rebellion, but I left it open ended because I wasn't sure what direction I wanted to go in. And I think, wow, thank you, Oak.
Yeah, you're welcome, man.
That's amazing. Wow,
It's not it's not much, but it's from the bottom of my heart.
yeah,
It's
no,
for
I mean,
money.
You're just trying to distract me from defending my film.
Basically, yeah. No,
I can do this all day.
yeah, I literally forgot what I was saying. Um,
Sell out.
yeah, I lost it. Thank you guys. And I mean that genuinely, not sarcastically. Thank you for being me up that I completely forgot what I was talking about. And yeah, Mr. No Studios points out that it's a lot like BoJack, which is my favorite TV show. So that is probably there a little bit. Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I love.
Lego Rowan says you were talking about the rebellion.
Right.
You know, I never finished BoJack Horseman.
It's so good.
Should I finish it?
Just watch the yeah. I mean,
well, where are you in the series?
Well, season 3, I think. Yeah, I finished like at season 3.
Yeah, you should probably not jump to the. Well, you could jump to the end, but I would recommend against it. But like those last few episodes are just so good.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm kind of. I knew that it was gonna be controversial to like, because so many people were like, "Oh, you should make another one where Sparker goes on adventures with the rebellion," and I considered that, but I just thought having Sparker he's like put it off on the back burner, and then in the next one, the window is closed. Bail Organa's like, "We don't want to see you anymore. You're gonna give us a bad reputation if you're seen with us."
You're awful, Jack.
That's nice.
Oh yeah. Do I plan to show more flashbacks of Sparker on Camino? For the way I'm taking the story right now, I don't think so. But like, I'd be open to it. There's. I'm not saying Tenelix won't be important going forward, but like, I don't think that since Sparker can't contact her, I don't think that. I don't know why we would show her again. I feel like she's kind of a one-off character that will be very important for Sparker's development going forward.
Fun fact. There was in that very scene there was almost an F-bomb. But
these guys convinced me to take it out.
But it was cut from the final draft.
Ramsey, sell out.
I mean, like,
Beat you to it, Fred.
Oh my god! Thank you guys so much. Wow, this is.
Dude, he made like $13 in the span of like 15 minutes.
I mean,
that's a pretty good rate.
That was like Airborne gave me a couple of bucks on the last stream too. So I love you as General Zod in Justice League 5 2019.
Thanks, man. I wish you all the best. What do you guys laugh at?
I just love the idea of like donating money and then calling him a sellout at the same time. Here, take my money, you sellout.
Keep ironically giving me money, guys.
I'm not gonna stop. I can do this all day.
Now you can buy more Lego.
Maybe I could actually afford to like invest, like, because like I was thinking like for the next Sparker movie, like, I got so over budget on Lego this year.
You can buy that minifigure we talked about.
I can buy like a new design for Sparker now. I was like,
well, good, man.
Yeah,
you deserve it.
Maybe I should do more streams.
Yeah. Oh no, you're gonna steal my money, man.
No, I don't expect money from anybody. I just want to like make that clear. Okay. It's super nice, but like throw back to like a stream like a year ago or something, where like people kept calling me sellouts in the chat. I'm like, I forgot that it was like a Lego Motel room. So weird. I thought I said something wrong.
Nah, man, we're just messing with you.
Yeah, it's what they do. Claire Curry asks, how am I? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. I just took my my favorite fictional creation, and I just slaughtered him. So it feels good.
Oh, Airborne just donated.
Airborne. Nice.
Wait,
Nice. We got a donation train going, dude. Proper.
I don't know what that means, but thank you again.
It's like when there's a chain reaction of like people just keep donating one after
I
another.
love.
Yeah.
I love Robert's comment. Keep it up, chat.
One of my like
Keep it up,
all-time
chat.
favorite movie scenes, like top 5 for sure, is the ending of It's a Wonderful Life, when like all
guy's
of
not
George
wrong.
Bailey's friends just come in and they're all just like dumping money on him.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's kind of how I feel right now. You guys are the best.
Toon Bros asks a good question. What other Star Wars planets do you think will make an appearance in the next Sparker film?
That's a good question.
And will they look like they're like what they're supposed to?
Oh,
Or if obviously things could change
Oh,
with the script, but like as of right now, for the next one, it'll probably be set entirely on Kajimi. We'll probably stay there, which was originally going to be Coruscant, but due to backlash, internal backlash, I changed it.
What is it? What does internal backlash mean? Like Kathleen Kennedy was upset?
Yeah, man.
No, I mean like Oak saying this doesn't
Yeah,
look like Star
exactly.
Wars, and I mean like, well, I
Oh.
should probably not make
Sad.
Coruscant then. But, like for real, in the script, like up until like the very last minute, that when I shot the movie, it was going to be Coruscant. Then I changed it to Kajimi. I hate Rise of Skywalker. In case you didn't know that, to like me to like reference it, but like, no, I don't actually hate it. There's a lot of good in it. I just think it's the worst Star Wars movie ever made.
Okay.
I don't hate it.
I
completely.
see.
I never thought we'd see Sparker fight Cornelius Sparker with Ahsoka.
Boba Fett.
I think he's foreshadowing the fact that I was telling him last night. I think we'll put Boba Fett in the next one. I don't think that's going to happen anymore, though.
Hmm.
That wasn't
I'm
Spark,
taking
it was
in a
Adam
different
Driver.
But
what do you guys think of?
maybe it'll come up. I don't know.
What do you guys think of Boba Fett being in Mandalorian season 2?
I'm happy, man. As a big
Meh.
Boba Fett fan. What? I'm happy, man.
Well, I think they'll handle it pretty well because from
If
what I'm
they handle
hearing,
it
he's
well.
going to be a minor character who's like in one episode. So I
I
think
hope that's not true.
they'll do like some side storyline where he runs into Boba Fett, and they'll do something interesting with it, but they won't like squeeze him dry, which is what I would be worried
As
about.
long as they just like don't do it for no reason, like
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they won't. No.
like,
I think having him for one episode is like perfect.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then
I don't
come
know.
back to next season.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Because I mean, that does seem to be how the show works. You know, it's like the episodes are like little mini movies; they're very self-contained. And
Yeah.
And then
I think
die.
it makes sense that that's what they would do with them.
Although that was my least favorite aspect of the first season. I did like the first 3 episodes, how they were sort of like an ongoing story. The self-contained stuff, like, I don't know. I prefer when it was like a chapters in a story rather than like a weekly
true.
kind of here's our adventure.
That's a
of
good
week,
point.
so
I think
that
it would
sort
be
of thing,
great
so.
if they could find a balance between that, where it's like, yeah, this week could be the heist movie, and next week could be more of a western, and but still have a
Yeah,
through line.
yeah.
That's you
that
know,
second episode where
Yeah.
it's just the Mandalorian bonding with the child is like my favorite episode of the whole series. I didn't like it when
Really?
I feel like this should have been like a mini series that should have just been like a couple of episodes and just have the Mandalorian go through his deal with Baby Yoda and then just end the series is what I think.
Yeah.
But don't.
Yeah. There is something kind of thrilling about like you said, Ramsey, like not knowing whether this episode is going to be like something that really pushes the story forward, or if it's just going to be something self-contained. Because
yeah.
it's just like, yeah, it's like it's as if this is some kind of role-playing game where they're just like making up as they go along. It's kind of
Right.
neat in that way because you never know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What you got there, Oak? Is this Phase 3 Clone Trooper?
Is that a giant minifigure, or are you just holding it close to the camera?
I think he's just
Just
holding
holding
it
it close
close.
to the
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Sparker.
It is Sparker.
How did you know?
He needs a metal arm though. It's first movie Sparker,
Yeah, it's first movie Sparker. Yeah.
and most of the second one, I guess. Yeah, spoiler alert for Escape on Kashyyyk. He does lose an arm to Darth Vader.
Yoda I am.
Burn his house down.
will.
Burn his house-
must.
Burn his house down, you must. Lego Motel references for the uninitiated.
For any of you sellouts out there, yeah.
Who is Boba Fett? I don't know any characters outside of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Excuse me? Who is Boba Fett? Oh my god.
I'm sure he's kidding.
Yeah, I hope he
Boba
is.
Fett is he's like the Mandalorian, but not as cool.
Exactly.
Well-
Exactly.
That's Europe. Okay.
Oh, I heard that the other way around, and I was about to be offended.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's your opinion, guys.
Yeah, Shock Trooper TV. I'm pretty sure he knows who Boba Fett is. But
Mhm.
yeah, going off that joke that Scott just made, wouldn't it be like so interesting? Like, I'd love to know like what somebody thinks of like the Rise of Skywalker, who's like never seen a Star Wars movie, and that was like their introduction
Oof.
to Star Wars.
Mm.
They probably wouldn't hate it as much as I do.
I think as long as they were maybe 6 or 7 years old,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, they'd have a great time.
Blade, rest in peace.
That's such a high bar.
I still get I still get comments to this day of people saying, "Why did you have to kill off Blade?" That's no longer the most controversial element in the Sparker series.
General Hawks.
Where am I?
Robert, I love your little icon. It's just Martin Scorsese's face. It
Yeah.
just says "not cinema." That's every time I think of that, it makes me laugh.
It says a lot about our society.
Yes.
Oh, someone
I
wants
say
to
that to my
stop.
family all the time, and
Oh.
they don't know what it means. This is a lot about our society.
You gotta stop flexing your collection, Oak.
Okay, this is the second to last one.
Okay, well then. Oh my god. Everyone's going
Demonetized.
crazy. Oh no.
It's Adam Driver.
It is.
Oh, we can't show that on this stream, Oak. That's crossing a line there.
Right? Get him off the air. He's done.
Redhead Ahsoka.
Yeah, you can't show that either. She's half naked.
Aye, bubble freak.
Thank you for breaking the tension there.
Bubble freak was the only thing I liked about Rise of Skywalker. Literally the only thing.
He's so great.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
Mhm.
He's my favorite thing that was like. He's my favorite like new addition, I guess, to Rise of Skywalker. I really, I don't know. Even though I don't like Kylo Ren turning good as a concept, like I do think that like the Han Solo theme is like very well done.
There we go.
Dude, I cried when I saw that.
Yeah, like I was just like
It's a great scene.
it was like the only like genuine shock the movie had for me that was like a good kind of shock, not like a shock of disgust. But your joke about Tenellica's attire, Oak, that was kind of an artistic choice, just because I guess just to show that she's kind of been hardened by this like lifestyle of being like a bartender in this like sleazy, probably illegal nightclub on like a random part of like a random planet, and she's like, not the same person anymore. And that's not to say that she's like a bad person now or anything like that, but it's just different.
I mean, girls change outfits every day, dude. So
Also, we just needed a costume change. I mean, yeah.
so yeah. But yeah, it interesting, I guess analysis there.
Yeah, thank you.
Especially now that we know that it was intentional,
Yeah, I mean, I don't like.
and the purpose
I don't
behind it.
want people to think I'm like fetishizing Lego pieces or anything like that. Like it was done for like artistic reasons. The fact that I even had to say that is like really sad.
No. I liked it. I think showing that her skin is orange just like sort of helps to immerse within the Star Wars universe.
Right? Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's just skin too. Like I never really saw him like sexualizing Ahsoka in like the beginning. She's 14. It's just part of that culture.
Mm-hmm.
Ahsoka was originally going to be in Clone Wars. Well, they tried to do it, but it just wouldn't work.
What?
They were originally going to put Ahsoka in Clone Wars, but apparently it didn't work.
And like the original 2003 Clone Wars.
No. What was it? No, sorry, it was Attack on Clones. Yeah, that was it.
Attack of the Clones. Okay.
Sorry, yeah, because there was like the scene where Obi-Wan Kenobi, he goes to see, I think, Master Yoda about the planet of
and
where
there's a
the
bunch
clones
of
are, remember?
younglings there, and one of them is the same species as Ahsoka.
Yeah, and she was originally supposed to be Ahsoka, but when the timelines, she would have to be older.
Well, they were thinking of going back and retconning it and like adding to the lore and saying, "Oh, you see that little youngling right there? That's Ahsoka." But then they realized the timeline didn't add up, so they didn't.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would have been cool, but yeah.
I will never get tired of Scott's passive-aggressive comments about Rise of Skywalker. My favorite part of T-Ross was when Palpatine base boosted the entire fleet. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. The second that happened at the theater, I just remembered a comment from Hello Greedo. I don't know the exact quote, but he said something along the lines of like, I think Palpatine, his presence in the film is going to be really subtle. Like he's not going to be shooting lightning into the sky or anything like that. And then it happened.
Yeah. Who's Mr. No Studios?
That's Gabi.
I thought it was, yeah.
It's Goober.
Are there any like other comments out there? And any questions about Sparker and stuff?
People are debating about Boba Fett, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you go. Yeah, you're right, Shock Trooper.
Will we ever see Boba Fett and Sparker?
Up until today, that was supposed to happen.
Oh,
nice.
Epic.
I'm not ruling out that he couldn't show up in some form, but like he was originally going to show up in the next one, but like he definitely won't in the role that I was thinking of, at least. He was going to deliver some information to Sparker, but the motivation didn't really line up. So I was like, it's a lot easier if we just have the rebellion give it to him.
Like if Sparker was captured by the rebellion or something like that.
Like basically the way it starts out, like the way I envision it starting out as of right now, is it's Bail Organa saying like, "Look, we don't like you anymore. We're cutting ties with you. But here's this information that you might want to know. Goodbye." Basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Instead of just having the whole movie about Sparker learning that information, he learns that information at the beginning and then has to deal with it for the rest of the movie.
Do you see Sparker survive the events of the original trilogy?
I mean, you never know what could happen, so I don't want to like put anything in canon, but the plan is yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, he'll probably, especially because we're going to be jumping forward in time in the next few. I don't know exactly where we're going to end up. I'm not saying Sparker couldn't die at some point, but like, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't.
I've been noticing that the whole stream is like, what is that?
I don't know Sparker's ultimate fate. Like, Batman, I knew he was going to die for like years in advance. Like, pretty much since like 2014. And Justice League 5 came out in 2019. I knew in the last one we're going to kill off Batman. But like, Sparker, like, I don't know. I don't know when this is going to end. I don't know.
It's never going to end.
Maybe I'll just keep making them until I die.
Exactly.
Who knows?
Again, like I said, originally he was going to have a happy ending with Tenalix on Kashyyyk, but like,
That would
Tenalix cut him out of his life. Sorry,
that would have been too easy.
it would have been too easy.
Yeah.
Where's the story if that happens? You know.
Well, that would happen at like the end of like 9 films. Is what the idea was. Not we like
Hey,
really
Jack.
built up that relationship.
Mm.
Hey,
Jack.
Yeah.
Do you ever see yourself like, getting tired of doing Sparkle one day?
For sure. I thought I was done after the 3rd one for a bit. I was like, even though I had ideas for other ones, I was like, this is too time consuming. But then like, I was like, so maybe I won't make them like consistently forever, but I'll make a few, then put the series on ice for a bit, like indefinitely, and then bring it back when it needs to come back. But like, yeah, I probably, again, I'm kind of tired of like committing to like big franchises and like not doing like unoriginal stuff. But I kind of, even though it's a Star Wars fan film, Sparker is still like my original creation, and that's like the focus. So I still think I have like a lot of creative say, but I wish I could be doing like lots of live action films right now, but because of Corona, I can't.
Yeah.
True.
I had a whole slate planned out for the summer, but it's all out the window until this ends, at least.
Okay.
Eternal Sparker voice acting contract.
Yeah, you got to get one of those.
You owe this guy's soul.
Yeah, he's Scott and I are the current, well, not currently. I mean, yes, currently, but like as of now, are the only people to be in all 4 movies.
Wow.
I would be interested to to have is Lord Starscream the voice of Sparker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why like he should hop on here and
I sent him the link to the stream.
I would very much like to hear his perspective on all this.
Yeah, you should do that if you can. We're waiting.
It would be interesting to hear from the cast.
I just realized I've known Scott for like
a bajillion years.
7, 8, like since 2013, I think, like a really long time. I've never like talked to him like face to face though, like we're doing right now, like over even over like a FaceTime or like Skype or anything like that. So
Wow.
What if he just like, that'd be like amazing if he just like popped in here and then just, I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe he's doing something. You don't know.
Probably. He did say he was busy. I don't even know if he's seen the movie yet, but like he knows what happens. I'll here, let me pull up the picture so I read it right.
Yeah. He's chilling in the comments. I see.
In the description for the YouTube upload of his lines, he just said in the description, "Thought I had a happy ending," frowny face. So did we all. So did all of us.
Did he film his lines for the happy ending or not? did you never film the happy ending?
No. I mean, like, even like in the last movie, it was kind of a happy ending.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the last line of the last movie is like, maybe now I can finally be happy. And I think he was in that moment, but it's just a moment. And I don't think that you can really, it's really realistic to say that that's going to be the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? There's a question from Airwolf276. He asks, "Are you going to introduce more main characters and more EU clones?"
I'm going to be honest, I know next to nothing about the expanded universe, so probably not.
Like you could, I mean, you could invent some of your own.
I mean,
Is Starkiller going to make an
I
appearance?
guess, but like, I kind of like to focus on, like, occasionally new characters will come up, like Tenelix, but like, I'm trying to think. In this next one, I don't know if we'll see any new characters in this next one. I haven't written it all the way through yet, but there will be lots of, again, like I said, lots of cool little appearances that do hold relevance and make sense for the story.
Cool.
He also asks if Starkiller is going to make an appearance someday.
He's the Force Unleashed guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I know nothing about him. He looks cool. The minifigure looks cool. I kind of try, and again, I do, as Oak will attest, I do take some liberties with continuity, but I do research this stuff, and I try to keep things as consistent with the current canon as I can without impeding storytelling. So occasionally I'll like intentionally ignore some rules, but like it's pretty close to canon. And I don't think that Starkiller is canon anymore.
Mm-hmm.
How have we not talked face to face all these years? I don't know. We should do that.
Because okay, so what you're saying is your Spocker saga, you want it to fit within the Star Wars canon as it is like today with all the Clone Wars and Mandalorian.
Yeah, like hopefully, and again, like there's some things that aren't going to perfectly line up, but like that's the idea.
Mm-hmm. It would be cool. You know what? It would be cool to see him interact with like Jyn Erso.
That could be interesting. The thing is with timeline, he'd have to be like right at the Rebel base, like during the events of Rogue One, because Jyn Erso's only affiliated with the Rebellion for like a day, right?
Not necessarily because like Jyn Erso, she was like at some point she was like raised by Saw Gerrera, and he's an extremist, and like maybe Saw Gerrera maybe Sparker had an interaction with Saw Gerrera and Jyn Erso.
Yeah, maybe that would actually be really someone who's now like an outcast from like the main rebellion, like have him interact with Saw Gerrera. That could be like that could be interesting. Although we don't have a Saw Gerrera figure.
Yeah, but you can make a costume.
Which, yeah, I could make one, but like,
yeah,
I'm just lamenting that's even though I'm not the biggest fan of Rogue One, I would love a Saw Gerrera minifigure.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Will Hagrid's Hut return? It's my new favorite character. Honestly, let's just fight Oak.
it's my favorite character too, man.
I feel like if I had a bigger following, there'd definitely be like Hagrid Hut memes going around, like among my viewers. But
didn't even know that was Hagrid's hut until Oak pointed it out.
Bruh. Was that the new Hagrid's hut or the older from like
it's the new one, but the older one in the background too. You may or may not have. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but like when I was filming, I had like the other one to just fill out some of the empty space.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you planning on doing the stream for?
I'm sorry.
How long were you planning on doing the stream for? Not that I'm rushing you or anything. I'm just.
I was just gonna talk until everyone got bored and wants to leave.
I see.
I'll probably have to run upstairs for like 30 seconds to get a charger. I should probably do that now. Keep my viewers entertained for like 30 seconds.
We'll do.
We'll do.
Please,
Yeah.
please don't say anything terrible while I'm away.
Okay, we won't. So, guys, we're gonna kill Jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna take over his channel.
We
Take
are
all- take all
no
his-
more Sparker.
Take all his super chat.
Yeah. Nah.
I mean, we agree. You guys also hated Sparker, right?
Oh my god, you're gonna say this?
I
He's not
liked
here.
it. I mean,
I'm kidding, of course.
okay.
I didn't hate it. I didn't adore it.
I
but
agree with you, Og. I'm gonna agree with you in this.
I really don't have hatred towards the video.
That's good.
Of course you don't, buddy.
It's better for your mental health that way.
I just have like artistic differences. I mean, different artistic opinions when it comes to the set design and the
Yeah.
characters, and like because I mean I'm gonna tell. Let's wait for Jack to return.
Of course. Have you not
So-
told him?
No, yeah,
Oh,
I just he knows. He knows.
oh good. He knows.
But since we're talking about this again, maybe we should wait for him to return so he hears this.
Go entertain me. No.
Jack, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying, yeah, we were talking about how I have like how we have creative differences over your new Sparker video.
Yeah.
And I mean, to me, where it comes from me at least, is because I'm one of those people who read the script and saw like the like I saw potential that to me at least felt visually unfulfilled.
I mean, I also read the script before before it got made, and I don't really. I don't feel any type of way about the set design like you do, Oak. But I understand where you're coming from, and that's not to say that I think Sparker, this new Sparker film or any animation anyone's ever made is like perfect or like there's no way it could be improved. But I as I was saying earlier to you guys, I think you had a goal with this film, Jack, and I think you accomplished that goal.
And that's what's important. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's important. Of course, 100%.
Yeah. So like, I see where you're coming from, and like I think it'd be super interesting if I hadn't shown you the script, and I'd be like very curious if like your reaction would be any different.
I guess you have to do that for the next video.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I probably wouldn't.
No more script for you.
That's one of the reasons why I don't show my scripts to you guys.
Yeah. Well, I guess Ramsey will see it because he's in it.
I mean, Ramsey saw it, yeah, and
No, I mean he's in the next one if he's gonna be Bale Organa.
True.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty since I am a writer, like I'm super good at like being able to see a script and then separate myself from that script once the final project's done, and then just accept the final project for what it is, because it's kind of
that's awesome.
Like knowing what happens before I see the movie is like that's my job, so like I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I am actually. Wait, I don't know if we'll see Baylor on camera. It might just be a voiceover. But like, if we
How
see him, I
dare
wonder
you.
if I should like buy the official figure, which didn't exist when I made the last one, or like. I wonder how expensive the official figure is because he only came in that one big set.
Guess we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Imagine Delta Squad versus Barker, says Airwolf.
Wait, what's Delta Squad?
I think it's from Halo. No, it's not from Halo. No, it's the Delta Squad from Clone Wars. The with Heavy and Echo and
Right,
and
okay.
Fives.
Yeah.
Halo. Where did I get Halo from?
I feel like John Boyega we spelled
I feel
Doc
dumb.
wrong and everybody like lost their minds.
No, that was a Domino Squad. That was the Domino Squad with Echo and Fives and whatnot. Oh shit. Is it from Halo?
I have no idea.
God damn it, Oak. Delta Squad. Let me Google this real quick. God damn it.
Okay.
Again, pardon my French. Oh no, it's the frickin' Republic Commandos from Republic Commandos. You know,
Mm.
Okay.
those guys. I feel so stupid. I need to go to sleep, guys. It's 2 a.m.
Oh man.
I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go sleep. But just
And I mean, it's not my goal to like.
it
My
would be cool though.
telling these stories isn't like, what Star Wars character can I have Sparker interact with? You know, like. It's if it comes naturally, it comes naturally. But like,
Mhm. It would be sick though.
I mean, maybe, but I think that's not really my point. I just realized that this is like the first installment in the series, or the only installment, I guess, that like doesn't have any official Star Wars characters in it.
True.
The first one had Yoda and Gree and battle droids and clone troopers. And the second one had Darth Vader and Tarkin and the Emperor and stormtroopers. And the third one had Bail Organa and Cassian Andor and Rex and C-3PO and R2-D2 and Admiral Akbar. And this one's just...
Wasn't the Emperor in one of them?
Yeah, the Emperor was in 2 of them, actually. Yeah. Actually, he was in all of them, technically, because he was a hologram. You saw his back in, like, from Gree executing Order 66.
Mm.
You saw it for, like, a second.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious if either the people in the stream or the people in the comments, like, who've seen all the movies, or at least some of them, like, how would you rank them? I'm curious.
Yeah, I would probably need to rewatch them because
Okay.
Same, yeah.
But, like, if any of the 6 people who are still watching have, like, seen all of them recently, I'd be very curious to see if this is, like... Because, again, it might be my favorite of the 4, but it's kind of hard to compare it to the others.
Right. Oh, what you doing there, Oak?
What are you doing there, 3PO?
Taking one last look, sir. My friends.
I got a picture of them right here. Luke, Han, Leia.
Return to Kashyyyk is the best one. Battle of Kashyyyk is the least favorite. That's a pretty pervasive opinion. Is that I do think that the first one is the worst one simply because I made it when I was 13 and it doesn't
Compute.
yeah. It is like it's like a really bad like to dislike ratio, I think, last I checked.
Uh-oh.
But like it's not I feel like it was ahead of its time in the sense that there was more ambition there than I could like fully realize in like the scale of the story.
Checking right now. Let's see.
But yeah, Airwolf I think is putting Return, Escape, Sparker, and Battle. I think that's how you're ranking them, but it's kind of yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Battle of Kashyyyk. You mean the likes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so Battle of Kashyyyk is like over 1.5k likes and 378 dislikes. And then Escape.
Yeah, after that they're like fairly normal. I feel like I think it's shifted. It used to be like the ratio used to be a lot worse.
Yeah, Escape has got 2.9k likes and 189 dislikes, and then Return to Kashyyyk has got 1.2k likes and 33 dislikes. There you go. That's the ticket.
Yeah.
As Randy would say.
That's the ticket.
Yeah. I do feel like at least for the first three, the series got progressively better as we went along. But some people's favorite is Escape from Kashyyyk. I've seen in the comments, and I mean, my favorite right now, I think, is the most recent one. But I don't expect that to be the popular opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sparker himself, his favorite is Return to Kashyyyk. That's interesting.
Oh, it's cool.
Gabi says, Oak, this behavior is unacceptable. Go to your naughty corner.
I think he's right.
Okay, I'm gonna be like right here. This is my naughty corner.
Deal.
Gonna be there for like 5 minutes.
Bit of bad boy.
I have.
Think about what you've done.
I feel like I'm watching a horror movie. I feel like that mirror looks like a doorway. I'm gonna see some kind of monster poke through.
Right.
Yeah.
What have I done?
What have I done?
What have I done? Anakin! I didn't get a son of children. Whatever you say, Master.
From my point of view, the younglings are evil.
You are lost.
I was talking about the other day about how I think Empire Strikes Back is overrated, and I just rewatched it like today, and it's actually like so much better than I remember.
Dude, it's so good. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I think I might switch. I think I might switch up my ranking a little bit. It's not my favorite. It doesn't crack my top 3, but like, but yeah,
Empire is my fave.
Yeah, it's just I don't like. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Han and Leia stuff.
Me neither.
Yeah, but like, I would say that the scenes on Dagobah might be the best. Like,
Scoundrel.
Might be the best like plot line in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. Like the scenes of Dagobah. I wish that was the whole
Luke and Leia.
Dude, the Hoth and the Luke, Yoda, Vader fight at the end, that stuff is great. The Han and Leia stuff, that's usually the stuff I don't really think about when I think of Empire.
Same.
I remember there being a lot more of that in the movie than I think there actually was.
Yeah.
I just remembered it being a lot more prominent.
Yeah,
I
it
just
really
think
is
it's
like
Luke and
two. It's like two scenes, but yeah, they're not great.
I don't know, just like just things. There's some parts that really made me cringe, like when Leia is just like, "Let go of me! Stop holding my hands," and Han just keeps doing it. And
Yeah.
like, you rooting for this guy?
Yeah.
Bit of a creep.
Definitely doesn't translate to
It like
the
has not
Me
aged.
Too era.
Definitely a
Yeah,
scoundrel.
he didn't have any contract or anything where he like requested consent, and she never signed
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
It's totally rape.
I'm not saying that on camera. That like I'm not saying it actors, both actors consented to it. I just mean like in terms of our charming romantic lead, I just can't really get into it as much when you just like the movie doesn't like. I don't know. The movie thinks that I want them to end up together more so than I actually do.
Yeah.
The asteroid field chase, dude. I want to see that in the theater. Like
Right.
that's
How great
that's
would
so
that
well
be?
done.
Pretty much everything that isn't Luke on Dagobah, I'm just like, can we get back to Luke on Dagobah?
I don't know. I like the bounty hunter scenes when you've got like all the bounty hunters lined up. That's pretty cool. But then again, that's just me.
Cool, but like their
Yeah,
background.
you're just a simp.
Yeah.
Oak, are you still just sitting in the corner over there?
Yeah,
he
man.
is. He's been naughty, man.
Wow,
He's got to
that's
stay there.
dedication.
Wow.
You want me to come back?
Come back.
No.
You're out
No.
early for good behavior.
So I mean, if you want me to come back, you should probably donate to Jackson like a bit of money.
You
Yeah,
really
Ramsey.
to Oak, you can stay in the corner.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you, buddy. I already donated. Also, stay in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. That way I can see your wall a little bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, you like my
That
wall?
epic wall. Yeah.
You should probably let's tag Donald Trump so he sees it, gets
Yep.
inspired of it.
Yeah. He likes walls in general.
Yeah. So this is my wall. Hello MTV, this is my wall.
Okay.
Huge.
So is it true that they're gonna make a life-size Lego Baby Yoda?
So
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Probably.
They probably will.
Interesting.
If we get like 10 ones in the comments, I'll come back from the corner.
There's only 6 people watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, but one person could just type 1 10 times.
yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I support you, Oak.
Thanks, man.
I'm rooting for
Damn.
you.
Okay, I think
Hang
there
on.
you go. There you go. All right. There you go. I'm back,
Yeah.
guys. You happy?
Here we go.
There's that pretty face.
Oh, it's go on.
I love how you do the hand motion of stop it, but then you say go on. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be great.
It's going to be great.
And it's coming out tomorrow.
Came out today.
Yeah.
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 We're on a 2-day streak of brick films coming out. Ramsey, come on, Windy's coming out tomorrow, right?
No, if I'm lucky,
Right.
tomorrow will be my big editing day, and then it'll come out Wednesday. But I gotta finish shooting it tonight, which I think I can.
Cool.
Robert, you have some kind of death wish?
Hey, Robert, where's
Do I
Minecraft,
have,
huh?
do I have some kind of death wish every
Yeah,
day,
man.
man?
Whoa, are we some kind of suicide squad?
Yes. So, Robert, when's Minecraft coming out?
I think tomorrow. Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Oh,
Oh,
tonight.
there you go.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
already
yeah.
out. Oh my
Even
God.
better.
Yeah.
gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, according to my plans, it should be coming out a year from now, but I don't know.
But it's
Wow.
coming out tomorrow.
You mean it has already been out for a year? Oh my god.
Nice.
Wow. What have we been doing?
Right.
I want to check some more chat, interact with people.
Yes, if the 5 people still watching, please.
Like who are you guys?
Who are you guys? Yeah. Tell me your deepest, darkest secret, and I'll read it out loud.
Ooh.
All right, guys. I think I gotta call it a night.
Okay.
All right, man.
But,
Take care.
Yeah, this was really, really fun. Thank you so much for having me on the
Thank
stream,
you for
Jack.
coming on.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah.
All right, take care, guys.
Take care,
See
man.
you.
You know.
Bye. Just the 4 of us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night too.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Thank you
yeah,
for
it's been fun, guys.
It's like the people
See you
from Choo Choo Train leaving one by one.
Right.
Yeah.
another film that you should all watch if you haven't. People,
Yes, go see it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna leave now as well.
okay.
Quitting
Wow.
that. Yeah. No, seriously, because it's like nearly 2 o'clock for me.
Yeah.
Next-
fine.
Next
Yeah.
stop.
Thank you for
Spade.
having me, guys. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Now exiting. Spade plays. Goodbye, man.
Indeed.
Take care.
Goodbye.
But yeah, actually, since we're here, why won't we talk about a little bit about Choo Choo Train, dude?
Sure. Yeah.
What did you guys in the chat think of All Aboard?
And you should watch it if you haven't, because it's better than the Sparker. I knew going in, this is not going to top the last couple things, but that's okay. It's its own kind of cool, I think. Bye, Ramsey. You were awesome as Darkseid in Lego Justice League 5, 2019. Airwolf liked it. Thank you, man.
Nice. I did some mouth animation for that video.
You did. It was very good mouth animation.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I learned some new techniques.
I never thought it was possible to use fun and mouth animation in the same sentence.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I hated it. The mouths that I did were very. It was a cool challenge, but it was very.
Mm-hmm. It's weird because when I work for a client or for a deadline, things are going well. It's like I have a schedule, but when I work on my current project, The Last Laugh, I feel like I just can't schedule.
That's so interesting because I get addicted to projects. I'm I can't.
Yeah, well, because you haven't taken a breath from it, and you haven't done reshoots for some scenes, so you're.
Yeah, I never do reshoots generally unless
there's nothing for you to get tired of.
Yeah.
Or get burned out of, but like me, yeah, this has been going on and on for the past 2 years now.
I mean, outside of Matoro, which I did over Christmas break, I've been in school all that time, so I haven't been working on animation, and I really, I love making videos. I wish I was back in school right now. I don't want to be on summer vacation. I want to go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
But most of my time that I have in the meantime.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I mean, I already know, but for all the people in the chat who probably don't, what inspired All Aboard the Choo Choo Train?
Um, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain it. It was someone I a friend that I used to date, I guess is the best way to put it.
Mhm.
We were talking about like relationships and whatnot, and she made this really interesting analogy where it's like a train. People get on and off, and it's like you never know when that person's going to get off, but it's like it's the journey that counts. And I thought that was so profound and so interesting, and I was like, I need to make that into a movie. And so I did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, that was a good question. Meanwhile, 2 of our viewers are just spamming Shrek still in the comments.
Yeah. Shrek was a good movie. But
it was
yeah.
All 3 of
I was yeah, it's an interesting, very interesting analogy with the train and the stops. Yeah.
And I think, and I don't think there's anything wrong with this. I think that will probably be my favorite brick film that I've made for like the foreseeable future. It's going to be a while before I make something that I think tops that, but I think that's okay to have something that like is just so special to me that that it's a while before I make something new. But that's not to say that I don't think these Sparker films, aren't special or anything like that. It's stiff, hard to compare.
And yeah, in my opinion, this was like the Choo Choo Train brick film was probably your deepest video, like your deepest animation.
Yeah, that probably, yeah.
And yeah, and I felt like I felt like I like understand what's going on there, and like those characters kind of, I mean, I get it. Yeah, I understood what I was watching, even though I read the script and like I worked on the video. I saw it before it was done, but like when I finally like when I watched the finished product, it finally made sense to me what it was about, and like yeah, I really felt it. Like this was deep. This had like it was a powerful the themes of like friendship and whatnot, that was very powerful. And yeah, and I mean that's in the execution too, like it like, I mean, it translates in the execution of it too, I feel like.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that was definitely a very good analysis. I'm glad that it resonated with you like that, and
It did, yeah.
Appreciated it. Yeah, no, I definitely feel a lot while I'm watching that one, like more so than any other film that I've not any other animated film that I've made. I think I just like I can just put that on sometimes, and like I think there's so many emotions, so many memories attached to all those characters and to that world. Definitely. Yeah, that was something that I made like on a whim too. I wasn't planning on making it, and I like made it. I think I made the whole thing in like 3 weeks, like from concept to release, which like never happens, and that's something that yeah, it's just a film that I really just I felt very vulnerable, I guess. Like it was just like I was really opening up about something.
Mm.
I'm like opening my heart up, and then people are just spamming Shrek in the meantime. I think my roommate's watching. Hi, Ben.
Easy now.
Yeah. Shrek is probably one of the best movies ever made.
Is he a Shock Trooper TV?
No, Ben Dyke.
Oh, Ben Dyke. Okay, I probably missed him. I'm scrolling up again. Oh, there he is. Shrek's probably one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What inspired me to make Sparker in a noir style? I think what he wants me to say is because we took a class together on that film noir was a very big part of, but no, it wasn't actually that. I was just feeling really edgy when I came up with the idea and like moody when I came up with the idea like a year ago when I started working on this script like last May, and I was like, I should like make it super gritty looking, and then it was Ramsey who suggested that I do it in black and white when he read the script. Oh shit! Is he here?
Can you guys see me? Can you hear me okay?
Oh, hey. There he is.
How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Parker!
I'm good. Jack, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I wasn't sure I was going to do this, but I was like, you know what? I'm doing it. Whatever. I'm in.
There you go,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Some late night entertainment for the people that are still in the stream.
But yeah, I thought I was gonna end a while ago, but I feel like we've like second wind now.
Mhm. We've been going for what, like 2 hours?
An hour and 45.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's probably the longest stream I've done, but
Yeah, again, like I said earlier, I'd be fascinated to hear your take on this on this Sparker saga.
that's the name I'm going with now. It was originally the Sparker trilogy, but I can't really call it that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, first off, Jack, it's nice to actually speak with you, you know.
Yeah, that's insane. I just
For
realized
the first time, and yeah.
But
I think personally, I think I did a great job, you know. I think it's awesome, you know. And when I watched the new one, I was kind of worried because I was like, you know, this is a story that Jack told a while ago, and it was like wrapped up and everything, and I wasn't really so sure like if it needed to continue, but Jack was really passionate about it and everything, and I think the original 3 films fantastic. I'm not just saying that because of me, but I think the original 3 were great. The story's awesome, and yeah, that's like my broad like. I just love it. So.
well, thank you. Yeah, I think it's just I don't know how much of the stream you saw, but like Oak was not really the biggest fan of the new one. He had some issues with.
And I'm saying it as a fan, you know.
I was kind of on the fence at first because you know when you sent me the script and I read through it, I was like,
What is this?
I was like, man, Sparker is, you know, he's fought Darth Vader and he's been in all these wars and stuff. And what do we come down to? He's in this bar and he gets his heart broken. Like, well, this is what all these years of storytelling built up to. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? But
Did you feel underwhelmed?
Maybe a little. I mean, the movie that's the tone Jack was going for, was this like darker, you know, kind of heartbreak story if I'm following correctly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was in for it. I was like, okay, you know, Jack, I mean, put it like this.
I'm not offended or anything. I'm
I know. I knew that like when you ended with the 3rd film, you knew like that was the end of the story. Like that was it. So I knew if you wanted to come back to it with this film, it had to be something good. And you had to have like a good reason to come back to it. So while I was kind of, you know, on the fence about, man, I'm just coming back to get my heart broken, at the same time, I was like, this, this means something to Jack, so I'm in for it.
Well, I appreciate it, and I think that again, this is kind of like it's definitely a standalone, but it's also kind of intended to be the start of something new. So like, I do think that kind of I'm going somewhere with this too. Like, there was a reason why all of this happened the way it did, and I don't know if you heard my comments before, but like, as dark as this got, we're gonna get darker with the next one. You can believe it.
I'm excited. You guys were talking about a lot, so I don't know like what the next one is going to be. You were talking about like Boba Fett and Bail Organa.
See, Boba Fett was going to be in it, and I had this idea today, and I was just like, I just got a better idea, and I'm gonna go with this instead. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, like, whatever's coming next, I'm in for it, And if it gets darker, that's cool with me. I mean, I don't know what to expect, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I also do want to clarify, I'm not like, I don't believe in like being dark for the sake of being dark. Like,
I know what you mean.
Like, yeah, everyone references like how Zack Snyder, like, he really wanted to have like Batman get raped in prison and like Batman versus Superman, and like, it's not like that. Where like, I just want to be dark for the sake of being dark, but like, where we're going next with this is it's going for a trip.
Wow.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, I think that like the last time I brought the series back, like there was a lot of fanfare. Instead, I just like put out a trailer out of nowhere, and then I just dropped it a week later. And like, it's been a while since I've like checked the view count, but like it's not. Yeah, it's doing fine, but it's not like blowing up or anything like the other ones did. So I don't know. I am glad that like there's definitely some like longtime viewers that like came back to see this, and I think a lot of them liked it, but a lot of them also were very conflicted on this new direction. But like, I hope that people stick around for the next one, because I do feel like there's a storm coming.
Some might say you Ryan Johnson to their Sparker.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that was something. I definitely thought of that analogy going in, and I knew that like it's not going to make everyone happy.
I mean, I guess even I kind of thought that at first, if I'm being honest. When I read the script, I was like, my man's really like fought this whole war, and attained this huge victory and earned his own, happiness. And I love my final line of the series at the time was, for once, I can finally be happy. That was Sparker himself. And look at where we are now. I'm not feeling too happy.
Yeah, it's basically.
I showed everyone the description of your upload just because I thought it was hilarious. I mean, when you uploaded the lines,
you're basically saying that he was never happy.
No, I'm not saying that he was never happy. I'm saying that he had that moment of happiness. But I do think that, what Sparker meant to me at the time was like, that was everything. That was like a very surface level growth of like, just some of the lessons that I learned that I then translated into Sparker. That was just like beginning of high school. And I've grown and changed so much since then that like, there's just my perspective on life from when I wrote the ending to Return to Kashyyyk, which was beginning of my sophomore year. I remember the night I finished the script. It was a really special event. So like that day sticks out in my mind. I remember like how old I was. And like my perspective on life has changed so much since then that like,
starkly.
Right. Yeah. It's changed so much since then that like, I do think that there wasn't more story to tell before, but like, I always kind of knew that like, even though like the series was going to end with Return, I knew that like if I experienced enough and had enough emotional baggage one day, like there would be like room for more. Yeah.
I was gonna say something a second ago, but I completely forget what it is.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm feeling the pressure now. Don't look at me.
In the meantime, Airwolf says so much better than Beta Squad. I have no idea what this is. I have not seen what you're talking about.
In what context is he? Oh, series is so much better than Mr. Watermelon's Beta Squad.
Jack, I remembered what I was gonna say. Battle on Kashyyyk came out in like late 2014, right?
Yeah.
November 23rd.
Oh my god.
I know this because I'm watching it right now.
Oh, I thought you were just like a super fan or something. And I was like, how did we know that?
I had a feeling it was in November, but I didn't know the date. And when you did, I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, I knew. There's like, I don't remember all of my video release dates, but there's some like very special videos that stick out in my mind, and like Battle on Kashyyyk being November 23rd is something that sticks out in my mind. I know Escape came out on September 1st, and I think Return, I know it was June. I know it was like middle of June. I want to say June 23rd, but I don't know.
Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, fact check me on that. I'm curious.
Oh, he's not even going to pretend to know. He's just like, I got to check.
June 22nd.
22nd, okay. I was close.
22nd, yeah. And an Escape from Kashyyyk on September 1st.
Yeah. I was thinking of like saving it for like a more significant anniversary, like just like pushing it back to, or like not an anniversary, but like having like a memorable sounding date, but it's not like a random Monday in the middle of May. But like it was done yesterday. I was like, let's just put it out.
Yeah, that's happened for a lot of my movies too. Like when I finished Kane West, which most of the people watching probably don't know what that is, but Jack knows, so that's what matters. When I finished Kane West, it was originally set for release on June 19th of last year. But there were a bunch of production issues and stuff and delays and stuff. And that was the anniversary of when that series like began 5 years earlier. And delays came in and it came out September 6th. No significance to that date, whatever. It was like I had just gone back to school and I was like, all right, movie's coming out. What can you do?
Yeah, I always have things in mind for like June 16th is the anniversary of when I started YouTube. I'm coming up on 9 years next month.
Damn.
And I always intend to have something massive planned. Like I wanted to have Justice League 4 drop that day, and then Justice League 5 drop that day, and then Return to Kashyyyk drop that day. And then it always ends up being something really weird that I end up like doing as like an anniversary special. And like I have to like ask the people. I have to make sure that like everyone is on board before I do this. But I took the script for All Aboard, which we were talking about, and I ran it through Google Translate to and from Latin 3 times. The result is absolutely amazing, and I want to see if I can like get everyone who was in the movie on like a Zoom call and just have us all read through this utterly butchered version of the script on June 16th. I don't know if it's going to happen. It's just an idea, but I just think that would be an interesting.
Wow.
You got to make it happen.
Yeah, I got to make it happen. Maybe I can like.
Let me get this straight. You want to read the All Aboard script in Latin?
No, it's translated into Latin and back, and into Latin and back, and into Latin and back 3 times, and it's just like it's utterly unrecognizable.
I mean, that is one option.
It is one option to celebrate 9 years.
You know,
I have no idea what I'm going to do for 10 years, though.
This is a really interesting idea, Jack, and I don't know how it would go, but I would be there.
For your 10 years, how about you do like a read through of the battle, either the Battle of Kashyyyk or the entire Kashyyyk saga scripts?
That's a good idea.
The thing is, like, no offense, Scott, like, I don't know if people would be entertained with you just reading every single part in like You know what I mean? Like if I were to like do the thing with the Google Translate, it's like it's funny, but I don't know if you could like. I don't know how it would work with you like doing every.
I wasn't saying do it with the Google Translate.
You were saying just read the whole.
Read
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Just
Oh,
read.
that's interesting. The thing is
Like a
that
reading table.
I'm in touch with you. I'm not in touch with like most of. Who else was in that? I'm trying. Well, John was in. I could probably get him. It's.
Jack, I've met you. Now I got to meet John. we got to keep it going.
We gotta keep.
So there's you, there's Little Penguin Productions, Aubrey
John.
Studios, Jonathan.
Aubrey Studios is gonna be hard because
Yeah.
we're not in touch anymore, and he's off like doing big YouTube drama type videos now. Although without talking about what his role is in my new idea for the next Sparker movie, I would ideally like to have him voice a character. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him. I was just like a fanboy dream, but like when you see the role that I have him pegged for, it would be very fitting if I could get him.
And then there was also Lucas K. Wood.
Oh yeah, he did like a line as Anakin. Wouldn't that be like so boring to like attend a read through and just have like one line just at the very end that I hate you. That's his only line.
Yikes.
Yeah, I think Oak has a great idea with that. I mean, since I play like a huge role throughout, like, I mean, I'm on board with it. So I think you should pursue it. And if you can't get like all the original actors, recast a few.
Yeah.
But like especially in like Battle on Kashyyyk, like I voiced like 90-something% of the characters in that movie.
Maybe I should do like Escape or maybe Escape and Return, because that's like one narrative between those two movies, because there's like just so there's like more. Well, I don't know. I'd have to see like who I can.
I'll be the battle droids.
We need to write in a cameo for you as General Zod, please.
I mean, I cameoed as a stormtrooper in Escape.
Okay, but General Zod, we got to get him in there.
Yeah,
I've had this idea. I don't think I'm ever gonna make it because I don't want to like. I feel like revisiting the multiverse series is like a whole other can of worms I don't want to get into. But I did have this idea for like while I was making Justice League 5. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if like anti-hero General Zod just exploring the cosmos after Justice League 5? But I don't know. I'm probably not gonna make it ever. But it was just a cool idea that popped into my head.
I feel like I asked you this once, but I completely forget. Spoilers for Lego Justice League 5 2019. So a bunch of the villains just get killed off left and right. In fact, most of them do, except Sinestro, which is, you can't kill me. I'm glad you didn't. General Zod lives too, and that surprised me. Was there a reason that he lived?
One of my biggest problems with like Rogue One is that like I'd like that they had the guts to kill everyone off, but at the same time, I feel like it got to a point where like, okay, well now you're gonna die because we know everyone's dying. I wanted to have it be like some people live and some people die, so like you don't know. It's not like not all the deaths have like huge emotional weight, but it keeps things interesting because you don't know who's gonna make it out at the end. So it was like, it would feel weird to me if we just killed off all the villains. So I wanted to leave like at least, and like just have them all die the same way. So I wanted to leave at least one alive. And I think Zod was, I had it in mind to like him turning good. And that was originally in my original concept, was going to play like a larger role. For those who don't know, Justice League 5 was like, there was originally going to be, it was like a 3-part finale. There's going to be Justice League 5, Justice League 6, and then a Batman video that basically that all got condensed into Justice League 5 into like a half hour. And like the result is kind of overstuffed, but like I still told the story that I wanted to tell to the best of my ability.
interesting.
I just got a text. I got very distracted. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I was like trying to multitask. Like, what's going
I'm
on?
just reveling in the surrealness of being face to face with you. Like I don't even know what to say.
Did you know I have a beard? Like when I came on here, were you like, who's this guy?
I knew you had one like a while ago. I wasn't sure if you still had it,
Yeah,
but
I've been growing it out for
like my mental image. So it's like
I've been growing it out for Breadscrumbs 5, which for those who don't know is a movie that I'm making. Not trying to advertise or anything.
No.
But I was trying to grow out my beard for that movie for like the past year. And we were gonna start shooting it in mid-March. And then all this happened.
Yikes.
Quarantine and everything. But it's gonna happen. We're determined. I just gotta grow out my beard even longer. So
yeah, like, kind of a similar situation for any of you who like care. I was originally gonna make like 2 more Rise of the Dead projects this summer. So far, I'm not moving forward with those just because I don't want to get invested into a project and not be able to make it this summer. They'll probably get made eventually, but like I'm not. The priority, instead of bringing back Rise of the Dead, we're bringing back Sparker. That's the new objective.
Nice.
Also, nobody watched the new Rise of the Dead movie. Rest in peace.
Oh damn.
no one watched Lego Justice League 5 either. And
That was the real shocker.
What? No one watched Justice League 5?
there is like it was
1,000 views, which compared to the last one, the last one got like 45,000. The one before that got 20, almost 30,000. It's like the worst performing, and like even when some of them came out in 2013, and I was like, I didn't have any prominence at all then. Like, not saying I'm prominent now, but like I wasn't getting any views then, and like it's still, I think it's the worst one in terms of like views.
I'm so surprised. Like I looked back at it, I think like a week ago, and I saw the view count, and I was like, "What is going on here?" Compared to the other ones, especially.
I think it's a part of it's just because it was such a long gap while I was doing this. I did Sparker for a while, and that really carried my channel. And people who were invested after Justice League 4 had to wait like 3 years for the next one. And it also, like, I've kind of said before that I feel like Justice League 5 is kind of like, it's a lot like everyone's favorite movie, Rise of Skywalker, in a lot of ways, where it's trying to accomplish so much in such a short amount of time, and there's all these character resurrections and betrayals and all this, and it's just, there wasn't enough time to do everything I wanted to. So I do feel like it's a very confusing movie to like new beginners, but I'm still like, I do feel like there was at least a soul to that movie, where the Rise of Skywalker doesn't have a soul. Like there was at least like an intention to like tell a meaningful story, I guess.
I love the way Jack declared that. The Rise of Skywalker does not have a soul.
Have you watched The Phantom Menace?
Yeah, I ranked Phantom Menace above Rise of Skywalker easily.
How can you say that Phantom Menace has more soul than the Rise of Skywalker?
It's pure untapped. It's not to say it's good director's vision, but it's one guy just really wanted to make this movie, and that gives it a soul. I think he's George Lucas is very passionate about telling Phantom Menace.
That's fair, but I mean, yeah, I guess what I meant is that the acting had no soul in that movie, whereas the acting did have a soul in.
And like I said, there's lots of things in Rise of Skywalker that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
We were all raving about the Han Solo scene. It's one of my favorite scenes in the saga, and I don't even want to see Ben turn good.
You don't want to see a Bendemption, no.
I didn't want to see a Bendemption. I hated that story choice, but it was executed beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think like Jack, you're talking about like it has no soul from like a story perspective.
Yeah.
Because when I look at the movie, I just see
A video game.
a bunch of characters chasing a bunch of MacGuffins in the most like disorderly story. Like
There's nothing there was no point in the movie where I could just, there was nothing in it that I said, this is something that J.J. Abrams really wanted to say with this movie. And that's like the worst crime a Star Wars movie or any movie can really have. It's just, there's no heart to it. Other than, literally, there was like, there was like an interview before Rise of Skywalker, and like somebody asked a very good question. What's the theme of Rise of Skywalker? What do you want people to take away from your movie?
Oh boy.
And he basically said something along the lines of, it's about hope, I guess. You know, it's like very important to Star Wars. It's about hope. And we need hope. And he just said hope a bunch of times, and like right then and there.
If I see one more Star Wars movie where the theme is hope, I'm going to lose all hope.
That's not a theme though. That's just like,
oh yeah, you're right.
It's a very sub theme, like very low sub theme.
Yeah. But it tries to build a foundation on it.
Yeah.
And it does not work at all.
I mean, that's the foundation on which the other themes are built.
And like, again, I was so invested in the sequel trilogy. I thought Force Awakens was pretty good. I love Last Jedi. And so I was so heartbroken when I just saw that they had no idea what they wanted to say with these movies, and pretty much everything that I got out of them was just like my interpretation. They had no, Disney had no, I literally, my distaste for Rise of Skywalker has like transcended into like other areas of my life. I wrote a paper for a class where I made a passing reference to the soulless nature of Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my
and
God.
my professor left a comment saying, "What are you doing wasting your time with Disney's cash grabs?"
Oh my goodness. I just want to say this. I was not a fan of The Last Jedi. I wasn't a huge fan of it. But I didn't look at Rise of Skywalker. I didn't go into it, I should say, hoping like, man, they gotta apologize for the last one. They better have a scene where Luke Skywalker catches a lightsaber and says, treat it with more respect. They better have that. I wasn't thinking that walking into the movie. So when they were apologizing for stuff left and right, I was like, you can't have this cohesive trilogy, this story work, when these two movies are clashing with one another.
Exactly. Like,
that was what got me.
It's literally, they make it impossible by design for you to enjoy all three movies. You can enjoy Force Awakens and not enjoy Last Jedi. You can enjoy Force Awakens and Last Jedi, but not Rise of Skywalker. You can enjoy Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, but not Last Jedi. It's just... I just for the sake of the stream, I know I've told this story probably to both of you a million times, but the moment that sticks out to me the most about, I saw Rise of Skywalker opening night with like clearly theater full of like hardcore Star Wars fans, because who else would see a movie, you know, at like 10 o'clock on a Thursday night if you didn't really care about Star Wars? And you know, you clap when Leia shows up, you clap when Luke Skywalker shows up. And I just remember when the Palpatine twist happened. Spoilers for Rise of Skywalker. When the Palpatine...
Guys, if you haven't seen the movie, get out of here.
Yeah, sorry. I'm assuming, because we've been talking about it so extensively, like, I would assume that, like, you know, people would have left if... There's only 6 people watching. But when that happened, I just remember half of my theater groaned out loud, and then the other half, like, kind of, like, pity clapped, like, because like it's a moment where you're supposed to clap as a Star Wars fan, but you don't feel anything.
Are you talking about the granddaughter reveal?
You are a Palpatine. Yeah.
I remember the one reaction to the movie that stuck out in my theater, and I saw it like a week or so after it came out, when Palpatine died at the end of the movie and he's getting like vaporized by the lightning bolts. This guy in the back of the theater was just howling laughing because he was like, well, that's it. You know, that's how he goes out, I guess. That is just embedded in my memory. That I just remember.
I don't know. Out of all the things I hate about Rise of Skywalker, like, I honestly, Palpatine, the way Palpatine went out, like, it's fine. Like, I didn't love it, but like, there are much bigger things to worry about with that movie for me than like, honestly, I didn't want Palpatine to be in the movie, but when they announced they were doing that, I was like, all right, I'll hear them out. I'll hear them out, see what they want to do with him. And they did nothing interesting. Although I love Ian McDiarmid so much that even though he wasn't doing anything interesting, I still loved every second he was on screen just because he's amazing. He's my king.
I agree. He was awesome to see again. And I just want to say, I love how they brought back Lando and his character. How should I put it? Oh my God. My man's was literally sitting on a planet for 30 years away from Cloud City just so that he could give exposition to the new trio. Like what's
But
going on?
most importantly,
I actually generally like thought Lando's role in the movie was like pretty good. I thought he was like in it enough. I smiled when
he brought
off rookies stand out in a crowd, and then I just remember like being totally taken out of the movie the second like immediately after that. Maybe there's like another line or two or something after that, but then like he just suddenly takes out a hologram Sith Wayfinder and just like only 2 were made. It's just like what is happening?
He brought hope back to our characters. He opened.
We heard you the first time.
He brought.
Okay, if you don't be quiet, Jack's never gonna let you voice Zod again. Stop.
He opened the portals like Wong did in
Did you know that if you find this wayfinder, it'll lead you to the dagger, which has writing on it that'll lead you to this planet where you could find the other wayfinder. But you have to stand in this exact spot on the hill so that you could hold. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Really in the MacGuffin storyline.
I'm gonna read an excerpt that I just remember. I remember waking up the day that the press reactions for Rise of Skywalker came out, and I was so excited. And I checked. Just one of my favorite voices and like the Star Wars discourse is a film critic called Scott Mendelson, and his tweet about the movie as soon as I saw it was just I just remember my heart dropping when I saw it, and I was just like, oh no. Let me see if I can find the quote because it's really good, and it's pretty much about like how I feel about the movie too.
I remember you messaging me about that.
Yeah, I sent it. I just
I felt bad. I was like, man.
I just remember like my worst part of watching the movie was just reading this review, and I was just like, I was just in denial. I was like, it can't be that bad. But he said, at worst, I expected Rise of Skywalker to be a well-made movie that I didn't like or whose story choices I disagreed with. I was not expecting a genuinely bad movie with video game plotting, thin characters, weak action, and endless exposition of no consequence. Heartbreaking.
Wow.
And that kind of sums up how I feel about the movie.
Video game plotting. That's a good way to put it. That's exactly what it was. It was get from this place to get to that place to get to that place.
And like everything that I didn't like about Rise of Skywalker, like I could have been okay with if it was like at least a movie that somebody was passionate about making, if like there was clearly some kind of coherency to it. Like it's hard for me to say because I'm on the side of the fence that likes Last Jedi, but like I would much rather see any movie. I would rather see a movie try something I just absolutely hate and can't stand than just to not try at all. I would respect it so much more if it at least tries and fails rather than just not trying. And Rise of Skywalker just never felt like it was trying to do anything interesting.
Yeah, that's also how I felt. And it's frustrating because, it's a Star Wars movie. They got to visit, new worlds and characters, and it's supposed to bring that excitement.
And it's also the last Star Wars movie in the main saga, hopefully.
Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Did he go?
He just dipped.
Oh, damn.
It was probably a mistake.
Maybe. There he is.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to figure out how to post a comment, and I went to log in, and I went bye-bye.
Yeah, you need to go back to
maybe
the YouTube page.
Trying to post.
I was trying to say hi to someone.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can open like a separate tab to the YouTube page of the stream.
Yeah, I'll do that
there.
All right, keep talking. I'm sorted out now. We're good.
But yeah, actually, I know we were talking about the Rise of Skywalker and it's great and all. I just had I remembered that I had a question for Sparker, if I may. How were you cast, Lord Starscream?
Do you remember what happened?
Do you?
I do. It's actually kind of a funny story.
Remind me, because I don't remember.
So originally,
oh wait, I'm starting to remember. But keep going.
Originally, I put up an open casting call, and Jeremy, Joe Bohr, I'm sure you know who he is.
Yeah.
He auditioned to be all the clones, and like he wasn't great or anything, but like it was workable. Like I didn't really get anything that really stood out. So I cast him and I sent him the script, and like right when I was expecting the lines initially, he just sent me an email saying, "I'm so sorry, I sound horrible. I can't do this." So then I was like, okay, I'm kind of in panic mode now. So I asked Scott if he would send an audition, and like I don't think you'd seen any of the prequels, at least at that point.
I was not at the time. I was not into Star Wars.
He was
I did not know much. I was like,
and he sent me an audition, and it was one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard in my life. I wonder if you still have it. It's like you probably don't. But like it was just like a bunch of like robot voices. Like you put like a bunch of like deep voice and like robot filters. It's just like, what is happening? And then I just asked, can you just read it in your normal voice? Maybe put like a slight British tint on it. And then when he said, he was like, okay, yeah, this is perfect. And then the rest is history.
So what you're saying is I sent you my lines and I put like weird filters over.
No, you did an audition. Like you sent me, I remember you said, this is my audition for the clones, and put a bunch of weird filters on it. And it was just
I'm looking this up.
What?
I'm looking this up right now, and if I find it, I am screen sharing it. I do not remember this, but
I don't know. Did you email it to me, or if it might have been to like the now defunct, like I know it was like an unlisted YouTube video. So if you look at like on your unlisted videos from like
I'm just gonna go back to like October, November 2014.
It would have been like, I remember it would have been like July, August, I think, when you did the audition.
Oh, okay.
Earlier, yeah.
I thought it was more last second for some reason.
Yeah, it's just because I used to plan things like way far in advance, so like if things like that were to happen.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. My computer is going slow, and I haven't even gone all the way back yet. I'm determined. We're gonna find it. But no, I'm glad I voiced Sparker and all the clones. I mean, when I started, like, if I'm being completely honest, I did not know Star Wars, and I was like, hey, you know, Jack needs me. I'll do it. You know, why not? Why would I say no?
So where do you know Jack from? How do you know each other?
That's we're going even further back now. Oh my god.
Do you remember? I want to let you do the talking if you can, but like I do remember if you don't.
Was it the Ninjago casting call?
It was on Wikipedia of all places. You reached out there.
Wait, did you say it was on a wiki? Is that what you said?
Wikipedia, the Lego wiki, is where we found each other in like 2013.
Oh my god. I thought it was on YouTube.
No, you posted about the casting call on Wikipedia, and me, my like 12-year-old self was like so excited. I want to be in a Ninjago movie.
Oh my gosh. You're reminding me of all these things, and I'm sitting here like,
and we've had all these like heart to hearts for years, and we've like never spoken face to face until literally today. Wow. You're witnessing.
I thought to myself, you know what I'm gonna do? I think what I'm gonna do is the stream is about to end, and I'm just gonna jump in. And so when people started dipping, I was like, oh god. I gotta jump in here.
See, at this point, nobody's really watching. We're just kind of talking for our own amusement, which is like, fine by me.
So this is like the first time you see each other's faces?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
Aside from in like our films and stuff,
I knew what he looked like from pictures and seeing him on YouTube. But, like, the beard is relatively new now.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I look much younger without the beard. I'm scared to know what I look like without the beard.
Yeah, I look much younger without my beard too. Can relate.
I'm in 2015. We're going back.
Unlisted videos.
All right, we're in June of 2014, going back up.
Probably too far, because I remember when I put out it was probably, I'm guessing, July. I'll look
What? I can't find it. Bruh. It has to be somewhere. Whatever. We'll look for it later. We'll find it.
Okay. But like,
dude, watching through, I'm like at the 25-minute timestamp on Battle on Kashyyyk, and there's like this shot of this Nemorian dude in the droid factory, and there's like a hologram of Hogwarts in the top left corner of the screen, and I'm like,
it's not canon, like it's not in the same universe as,
yeah, but it's supposed to be an Easter egg.
It's like an Easter egg, but also like, I knew at the time it's confusing, but like it's not connected to the multiverse series. It's a different version of Star Wars.
Yeah, no.
That Nemorian ended up being a major character in the next two movies.
Yeah.
Jack, I just want to thank you, and I know I'm like 6 years late, but I want to thank you for putting the Ninjago 2014 billboard in Battle on Kashyyyk.
that was Justice League 3.
One of my favorite moments of the movie.
I don't even remember why I did that. I think I was.
I don't either. I was so surprised. Oh wait, no, that wasn't bad. Wait, was that Battle on Kashyyyk?
Justice League 3, yeah. I'm positive.
Battle on Kashyyyk.
A Batcopter passes it.
For some reason, I thought it was Battle on Kashyyyk, which would have made even less sense. I don't know why I thought that.
I don't remember why. I think I just really wanted a billboard for some reason. It's like I could just make up like a fake movie, or I could just do a real movie.
You were so excited to voice Lloyd Garmadon. You were like, you were like, you know what? I'm going to plug this in here.
I just remember it being like the first Ninjago, just being like so much. I had such a I didn't realize that I was gonna be like the main character, like the main villain. Like I didn't like. It's such a long movie. I didn't know it was gonna be that long. I thought it was just gonna be like a 5-minute Rick film.
That reminds me, and I meant to ask this earlier, but I forgot. I had this idea, and your live stream inspired me. I'm thinking, and I'm gonna do like a community poll on my channel later on. I'm thinking of doing a live commentary watch through of one of my Ninjago films.
Yes,
eventually all three, but I want to.
Maybe not all three in one sitting. That's gonna be like 9 hours, dude.
Oh, I don't want to do that. No.
Yeah, no.
I can't do that. Some people can do that, but I'm good. But I was gonna say I'm gonna do that probably in the near future. And if you want to join me,
yeah, 100%. Yeah,
I'll let you know about that. But I had that idea earlier, and I might try and pursue it.
Yeah, it's like always super. Like I remember I have a very vivid memory of like the night before I graduated, I think, or maybe the day I graduated, like from high school. I just sat down and like I rewatched the entire Sparker trilogy at the time in one sitting, and it was like such a weird experience. Like it was kind of uncomfortable, like for me, just like things like, oh, that could have looked better, or that's a weird line. And it's just like it's so hard for me to like watch like extensive amounts of old Jack Hillebrecht.
I think that's the case with any filmmaker. I mean, I have projects like that. Like the first Ninjago for me, I feel like the editing is kind of choppy. I feel like some of the voice acting is Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I did, like not really creative choices, but just like technical aspects of it, I kind of look back and I'm like, oh, I can do better now, but I wish I did better back then. So
Mhm.
it's normal.
Yeah.
It feels like Escape from Kashyyyk kind of feels like a soft reboot, and it's only like the second movie in the series, just because there's so much that's different and like retconned and yeah, there's so many things that like don't add up between movies, and like someone, I think it was Airwolf, uh, asked me today, like in the comment, asked me today, like on Escape from Kashyyyk, like, wait, how did Sib and Lakawaro get to the Death Star? I was like, oh, they sneaked on a shuttle and just weren't noticed by anyone.
They just teleported there.
No, but that actually, I don't remember how I presented it visually, but like that was always the intention, that they just like sneaked on the back of the shuttle, and I didn't know how to I don't remember. Honestly, like those first three movies are just kind of like I don't really remember that much about making them, even though it was like 18 months of my life making those two movies. Like I barely remember it now, because like so much has changed for me like since then. I have like so many other memories. Like I don't even know if I could do a commentary because I don't remember some of, like, sometimes I'll just see like a visual effect in like my movie, and I'm just like, I don't even remember how I did that because it was so long ago.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I kind of feel the same way about my Ninjago films. Like, I feel like if I were to do, which I'm going to, like doing that live commentary of it, stuff would just come back to me, like, oh, this, this scene, this happened, or that scene, I lost this piece, which isn't true. I didn't lose pieces often. I'm very good about that, even though I'm filming outdoors all the time, which most people don't do, and there's reasons for that. But anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want to do those live commentaries soon, because I'm thinking myself, I got all this like trivia and stuff about the series that I want to like throw out there, and
Yeah, like I'm hyped. Like I have like so little to do right now. Like let's do it. Let's do it soon.
do it right now.
Let's do it right now.
So you also do stop motion videos, like you collect Lego and like do you do that too, or?
So my films be hitting kind of different. I don't really do stop motion because I tried doing it a long time ago and it just didn't work for me. I wasn't good at it, and I kept trying and practice did not make perfect. So my Ninjago films are more like live action. So it's me like moving minifigures with my hands like right below the camera, and using fishing wire to like move vehicles and fly stuff around. So it's much more like practical, like everything's live action. There's no stop motion.
Okay.
It's different. And some people like it, some people don't. And I experiment with them.
Yeah, without giving too much away, I'm currently working on a very small, don't worry guys, it's not going to distract from Spark. I'm working on a super small, super short video in that same style where it's like live action but with Lego, and it's honestly kind of miserable. Like I kind of like stop motion better. I think even though I thought it would be easier, like I don't know how you do it. It's a lot harder than I thought it would be.
What was the hardest part for you in filming?
Keeping my hands. It's not done filming yet. I took a break so I could do Sparker. I was just like, I want to finish this video, but like, because it's like 5 minutes. I want to finish this video, but like I don't have time. It was just moving the camera and also keeping my hands out of the frame because I have like big hands.
So do I.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah, no, it's very hard.
Oak is like, oh. Yeah, it's not easy, and I've, over the years, like making the series, I had to do a lot of cropping, because my fingers inevitably like turned up in a shot, and just have to watch out for that. So
yeah, there were a couple times where I had to do some cropping out of, and it looks pretty cool, but like, I don't know. I'm definitely, with this one-off video that I'm doing, I'm definitely reaching like a totally different target audience than like my normal viewership. So like that'll be interesting. Maybe it'll do better. Maybe it'll do worse.
Is Oak, are you gonna animate the mouth movements for this short, or?
No, there's no. It's there's like a tiny bit of mouth movement, but like um it's set to a song. It's like a music video.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
just gonna relocate real quick.
All right. So what do you do? I know what Jack does, obviously, but what do you do as a Lego Films?
Wow. How do I don't even know how to answer this,
Is
but
it like a variety of stuff, or
yeah, I mean, I've tried to do like a variety of stuff. I mean, I tried different themes, and the one that keeps that's I mean that is there's two very popular themes on my channel, but like one I I mean I tried Star Wars, and it's been a while since I tried again, and I want to try it. I want to try it again. I just don't have like ideas in my head, but it's definitely like it definitely caught like it definitely blew up on my channel. Like when I did Star Wars, it was fairly in my early days, and it was very crappy because I tried to like do a parody, but then probably like the second thing my channel is probably most famous for, if that is like the right term to use, is my Batman project. I have two chapters of a trilogy, of a Batman trilogy, out on my channel, and it's about Jason Todd becoming the Joker. Yeah, it's pretty dark. It's got death. It's got tragedy, trauma, and it all involves Jason Todd, the Joker, and Batman is involved also, but like very very loosely. Like he's almost barely in it. But I've been working on but yeah, so I do stop motions, and occasionally like I do live streams, and I tried like also like other stuff like unboxing videos and set reviews and like collection room tours and whatnot. And I even have like a short film that I acted in, that some friends of mine made. I posted on my channel. But yeah, my main thing is Lego stop motion. Even though I don't do much of it, I hope to do more in the future. It's just that with this last chapter in my Batman trilogy, I've been stuck on it for the past 2 years now, and it's been an on and off process, production process, because like I always see like room for improvement in scenes, and like some scenes would go through reshoots, and like some scenes I would like cut out and rewrite, etc. And it's definitely been a very challenging project, this last Batman chapter, and I hope in the future, after I'm done with Batman, I hope to focus more on like themes that don't get much attention, Lego themes that don't get much attention, such as like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and then also like do the occasional Star Wars one. I do really want to do something Star Wars related that is good, that is worthy of like vieurship, I guess.
Yeah. Trying to like redeem yourself, basically.
Yeah, because my original channel name was Darth the Coco Productions.
It sounds familiar. I've seen that name around before.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably would have.
I did. I don't know if you watched those. The two Battle of Coruscant parodies.
I don't think I have. No.
Thank God.
That's what you're trying to stray away from.
Yeah, stay away from those. They're popular, but not for good reason. At least not from my perspective, at least. But yeah, so back then when that was my name, I guess now looking back at it, it seemed very silly that was my name, and I barely make any Star Wars videos. And now,
Hey, I just want to say, I'm sorry, I'm cutting it. My name's Lord Starscream 100. I like never make Transformers videos, but
okay.
It's been my name forever, so that's why it's still Lord Starscream 100. But
yeah, I mean, I just I didn't change my name because of that. I changed my name because I wanted like my channel name to like be more catchy and international friendly. Like I live here in Switzerland where people speak French, and like, how am I supposed to promote my channel when like people are having trouble pronouncing dark?
Yeah, it's a catchy name. I like it.
Oak 99. Yeah.
Time to like get used to the name change, but like I'm used to it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I hope that Batman project comes together. That sounds interesting.
Yeah. Thanks, man. You're welcome to check the first chapters out on my channel. The first one came out in like early 2017, and the second chapter came later that year in like, I think, yeah, it came out on Halloween 2017.
Wow.
The second one, yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely check your stuff out. That sounds cool. And
Yeah, thanks,
I know stuff's kind of stuck right now, but
yeah,
it'll take its time, which it already has. It'll come together inevitably. So when I made my third Ninjago movie, it was stuck for a while. Not because like I didn't really know what to do, but just like production, like actually filming it, I was stuck. Like I could not.
I feel you.
Time. It's time consuming. So, but you get there eventually. You have the determination. That's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah. Interesting location there, Jack.
This is my dad's office. It's where he sends me when everyone else in the house is asleep.
Jack is like, we're talking Oak 99 films. We gotta get a more serious location.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much, from one person or another since quarantine, I've pretty much been making phone calls of some kind, like nightly.
Mm-hmm.
And so I usually get sent up here when my sister goes to bed.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. This was a lot of fun, but I'm probably gonna call it a night. It's like almost 4 a.m. here where I'm at. So.
Oh my goodness.
This man does not sleep ever.
That's the impression I'm getting.
Yeah. I hang out with, I chat with a lot of Americans these days, because of the whole quarantine thing.
Yeah. Well, Oak, it was fantastic meeting you.
Yeah, thank you for being here for almost 3 hours. I think he hung up.
Yeah, he looking frozen right now.
Wait, why isn't he going away if he hung up then?
Oh my god. Jack, I'll hang around unless you wanna go.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to talk. Also, we could I don't know how this works, but I want, because there's like an end broadcast and then a leave studio. I wonder if we can still talk if I end the broadcast, because I don't know if anyone's still watching.
I'm cool with either. I don't care.
Okay.
We'll keep people entertained either way.
The one person who's watching entertained.
Yeah.
Up there.
He's gone. Jack, this is unexpected. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, I was thinking of Yeah, no, I was wondering when this would eventually happen.
Yeah, I had a busy day today.
Pop up.
I had a busy day today. I was tired, and you told me the stream was happening. I was like, all right, I'll watch. And you guys were like, hey, why isn't he on here? Why is he just like in the comments? And I was like, oh, I'm the star of this movie. What am I doing?
So did you actually watch Sparker?
Oh, I did. Okay. I watched it like a half hour before the live stream. Yeah.
Okay, because I remember last I heard from you hadn't, so I was just curious.
Did you think I hadn't watched it the whole stream?
No, I was just based on the things you'd said about your thoughts on the movie. You implied that you did, but I was just wondering if you were referring to like the script specifically. I assumed that you probably had, but I was just curious.
Yeah, I thought it was nice. I mean, like I said, it's kind of dreary, and I was like, the happy ending kind of went bye.
Yeah, but I was saying to Oak last night that when I was previewing the movie, because obviously I've watched it like 6 times in like the past 24 hours or something, and it was genuinely hard for me to sit through compared to other movies, just because I knew where it was going, and it was just making me uncomfortable to see my baby just go off the deep end.
Yeah, it was uncomfy for me too. But again, I trust where you're going with it, and I'm all in. So yeah, when I saw it the first time, when I read the script the first time, I was like, oof.
Yeah,
where this is going.
And like I was saying, Oak and I, we're friends, but we fight about Star Wars. We have very different approaches to what Star Wars should be. And so when I was writing the script, I'm like, I specifically thought of him, and it's like he's not gonna like this when he sees what. I want to talk spoilers for the next movie, but I obviously don't want to do it on the internet. So I'm wondering if I end the broadcast, because it's Leave Studio and end the broadcast. I'm hoping if I end the broadcast, we won't get disconnected. But I don't know. Let's see what happens.
All right. Okay.
So thank you all for watching. We're gonna call it now and talk spoilers for the next one.
Guys, this was the first JTH Studios Lord Starscream 100 live stream. Thanks.
He's been invited to a bunch of them too, so it's not like I've been excluding him. But thank you for all the super chats. I was not expecting that, but yeah. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.